Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hey, my friends, Rasa Rasika. Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming. And everybody else. Okay, we'll do a little transcendental ecstatic japa, hopefully. Take shelter of the holy name. Let's see how holy this name is. Lord, give us a sign that this name is holy. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. You didn't have to wait long. Hare Krishna, hey Samantha, welcome back. Thank you for coming. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. I'm bouncing on a ball, by the way. It's my seat. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hey, Aman, welcome. Thank you for coming. Tuka, all right, man. The family is here. My friends are here. Thank you. Thank you for coming, everybody. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Woo! Krishna. Whoa! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Oh, my Lord. Oh, oh, my Lord, wonderful Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Whew. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Woo! Yeah. Woo! Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Jesus, 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 Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, 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 Nityananda, Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda, Shri Advaita, Shri Advaita, Shri Advaita, Shri Advaita, Shri Advaita, Shri Advaita. Shri Advaita, 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 Haridas, 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 Haridas. Ay. Haridas, 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 Rupa Sanatana Raghunath, Raghunath Das, 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 Raghunath, 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 Raghunath Das, Raghunath Das. Raghunath Das, Raghunath Das, Raghunath Das, Raghunath Das, Rupa Sanatana, Rupa Sanatana, Rupa Sanatana. Rupa Sanatana, Rupa Sanatana, Rupa Sanatana, Rupa Sanatana. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. So we'll read a little bit from Chaitanya Bhagavat. See if I can find the Pundarika Vijayanidhi pastime. Gadadhar Pandit meets Pundarik Vijayanidhi. This is page 311, Vajakanda. Radha. All right. There she is, Radha. You're back home? Yeah, that was quick. All right, chapter 311 here. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhaktivinoda. The ocean of transcendental qualities, Lord Chaitanya. He is the most graceful dancer, and he is Chintanamijam, fulfilling everyone's desire through his divine intervention. His divine intervention. Isn't that amazing? I always notice that about. Okay? I always notice that about that when these beings come here, it's a divine intervention. They interrupt things, don't they? Jesus interrupted the flow of Maya. Lord Chaitanya interrupted the flow of Maya, a divine intervention. You notice the Lord is really empowering our Sangha to do the same kind of thing, a revival of divine intervention. Wouldn't you say? This is why this causes trouble. Even the devotee today quoted, he says, this guy Gaur, he's causing trouble. He's a troublemaker. Hey, do I have to quote Jesus? Don't think we've come here to promote peace. We came with a sword to slash. We're the slashers, the transcendental slashers. Slash up Maya, Just slash it. Just cut it to ribbons, man. Divine intervention. That's it, man. Yeah. 1968 letter. All right. Practically, we see that as we sincerely try to improve our chanting for the pleasure of Krishna, it's so true. The more you chant, and especially in this association, more you see wow, I'm doing this for your pleasure, Krishna. You loving this. And whoever I am, I guess I'm your devotee. I love it too. It's like I know you're the one enjoying this. You're the enjoyer, just like the scriptures say. Now I'm getting realization that you are it's not just the words in the book that Krishna's the enjoyer. You ever see? Yeah, how many people really know Krishna's the enjoyer? Nobody knows. You got to get purified, man. You got to chant in ecstasy for a long time. And then, oh, yeah, Krishna's, yeah, you're the enjoyer, Lord. And my happiness is when you're happy. If you're not happy, I'm just a prune. That's why these Vites, they all look like prunes. Not all, some, a lot of them. Many, quite a few. Most. I'm so bad. I am a rascal. No, it's Krishna's a rascal. He's the rascal. He makes me look like a rascal, He doesn't, he does all these things. So anyway, so it's Krishna is for his enjoyment, and we get to see that. And that's called self-realization. Isn't that amazing? So simple. If people can see by purification, of course, in no way you can force it, that Krishna is enjoying when you're Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Then
Today,
you've got it. Go ahead there, Radhi. You want to say something?
today we were at Lalita's place with Johan and Jan, and they were fighting against each other. Who is the best? And I had to run out of the building because I couldn't understand their fighting between each other. No? Johan was like quoting scriptures, and Jan was like saying, I had these amazing dreams and things like that, and it was too much for me. So I went out.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry
and I came back in, but it
cool
was a very nice day.
Yeah, that's good.
Tom asked us, can I play my guitar? And we said, no.
Yes, you can afterwards. Yes.
No, it was wonderful. I spent 2 days at Lalita's place, and it was amazing.
Ah, nice. Very good.
She's my best friend.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? I'm going to get back.
I can mute my camera.
Yeah, mute your mic. That's good. Not camera, mic.
I can mute my microphone.
Yeah, just do it.
I'm smarter than.
Just do it.
That devotee from Germany.
Okay. Just mute the mic. All right. So, all glories to Lord Gaurachandra, the most beloved object of Advaita Charya, and Lord Nityananda. See, you notice the Lord is an object. See, he's a transcendental object. I like the name object, objective. See, he's the object of affection for devotees, and he's the objective, where devotees want to go. They want to go to the Lord. He's the destination. Okay? Yeah, and that's it, man. The beloved object of Advaita Charya and Nityananda, and the life and soul of every living entity. He sustains life in Jagadananda Pandit and Sri Garbha. All glories to the crown jewel of the heart of Sri Pundarik Vijayanidhi. May the Supreme Lord Gaurachandra, who is the Lord and Master of Jagadish and Gopinath, be glorified, along with his dear devotees. Gaurachandra continued to perform his ecstatic pastimes with Nityananda in Navadvip. Okay, what do we got this? I chant the Lord in his name are the same. This will be understood clearly. A cover into your heart are removed. By chanting without offenses, you personally realize all perfection. Siddhanta. Yeah. If you come here, Radha Rasika, long enough, it won't be just verses in a book. You will experience this. if you're not experiencing now. I think you're probably, very few people experience that. But if you people come here, very quickly you'll get that realization. You'll be a resident of Vrindavan very quickly. That's how the residents are. They know this great secret of Krishna. All glories to the crown jewel in the heart of Sri Pundarik Vijayanidhi. May the Supreme Lord Gaurachandra, who is the Lord and Master of Jagadish and Gopinath, be glorified along with his dear devotees. See, yeah. So this is where we're meant to glorify the Lord, Transcendental Lord, and his transcendental devotees. That is the secret. Don't glorify anything in the mundane world. Don't glorify anything mundane, because that's what mundane people do. That keeps their meditation, their experience human, because, or demigodish, in the mode of goodness. They're glorifying the demigods or charismatic persons. Could be charismatic leaders, charismatic teachers, charismatic persons. Yeah, only glorify the Lord and his dear devotees. That is the secret, man. But, a lot of people don't know. What are the qualities of the dear devotees of the Lord? See, you got to see. Well, we teach all about this. We teach things that nobody is teaching. There ain't one person teaching, because most people just see the scriptures in a book, and the scriptures not alive, living in them. Scriptures, when Radha and Krishna are living inside you, and Lord Chaitanya are living inside you, that means the scriptures are living inside you. Otherwise, you don't know them. Nobody knows them. One person, like quoted like an old letter of where I was confused, with the Narayan Raj group. I was confused, and they convinced me that my experience was wrong. That's the Gohari. You really need help, man. And I believed it. And I apologize. I wrote a letter. Oh, please forgive me. I was so crazy. This thing I threw all these pictures. I had a disciple snap thousands of pictures of ecstasies, powerful ecstasy, throw them in the garbage, man. I threw all my videotapes out in the garbage, all these things that were coming from God. I lost faith. So he puts up things. I said, yeah. I was confused. I was like, confused like everybody else is confused now, but usually they die confused. I got through it. I got clear. Most don't make it. They believe in false acharyas. They worship them till they're dead, till they die, and they go in the darkness with them. There's darkness there, man. So I got through it. Yeah. So I'm glad I did it. It worked fast because I always had this bhakti. It got me through everything. But most people need help. If you don't have awakening of devotion, you need help, my friends. Because Maya, she's strong and tough, and she takes down everybody without bhakti. That's why ultimately you have to have a bona fide spiritual master, and they have to teach you these confidential principles. Otherwise, you're still not safe. That's why I wrote that thing today. I said, from Bhakti Vinod Thakur to Bhakti Siddhanta and Srila Prabhupada, they started the work. See, they didn't finish it. We're finishing it. This is the finishing work. This is where you get the awakening, where God lives in your heart. The scriptures live in you because Radha and Krishna are living inside you. We cannot know these scriptures unless they're awakened. Okay? It's a big thing. Yeah. So one guy says, "Oh, this blasphemy, go hard," Yeah, I said, you're gonna they're gonna, he's blasphemous, and all their speculations. You know nothing, man. But that was good for preaching. It gives me a chance to opportunity to preach. So I like hecklers. Hecklers are good for the preaching. Oh, Glory. Oh yeah, gave me a thing. I put off I used it for 2-3 posts. Really great. Let's clarify the subject. He didn't understand anything. I write all this stuff. He doesn't understand nothing. Yeah. Because he's caught in. He's caught in the jackass demon. Stubborn. Oh man, it makes you stubborn. Don't want to. Hey, kicking, with the back legs. Yeah. And they carry their big, heavy loads, donkeys. All the Maya just puts big, heavy loads on these persons because they won't listen. All they want, I don't understand nothing you're saying. And so Maya just continues to put heavy loads on them. Anyway, whenever people are ready to, lighten the load, they can come here. From Srila Prabhupada, yes. Yes. So what did I say? Vaidhi comes before Raganuga Bhakti. I've experienced spontaneous. Oh, we have an expert here. Let's test him. You want to test the expert? Let's test the expert. All right. So he says, Rasika says, thank you. I love this. Is great. Thank you for putting all these things up. Vaidhi comes before. Let's examine this conclusion for its conclusiveness. Let's see. Vaidhi comes from before Raganuga, not necessarily. I've experienced spontaneous drops of nectar by the grace of the Lord's feelings of separation for Krishna as a friend. Ooh, really? Wow. You've experienced. Yeah. How'd you like to have those experiences every day? And, a lot of people say they experience Krishna, but I found out, a lot of times they still really haven't. They superimpose their I'm not saying this is you. I have to examine further. But most people superimpose their material feelings on Krishna, their material friendship. So it's not, we have to see. I have to see by the similar. First of all, you say Vaidhi comes before Raganuga Bhakti. Bhakti maybe and maybe not. There are people, if Raganuga Bhakti comes, and this is taught by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and Ragvartma Chandrika in the first chapter. Raganuga Bhakti, the qualification is just one thing. If you are lucky in some lifetime to see a devotee who is expressing their love for Krishna publicly, or at least amongst, if you're a disciple before you, and you think in your mind, wow, I would love to chant the holy name in ecstasy like that with such intimacy and communion. I would just love that. That's the only qualification. And you stay in the association of such devotees, and these qualities develop just naturally, easily. A lot of people claim to be Raganuga Bhaktas, but here, we test them. We test here. This worship is genuine. It's authentic. It's real. And if a person claims to be Raganuga Bhakti and they see this and they say, I'm a Raganuga Bhakti, I know all about Raganuga Bhakti, but I'll just come here and write a bunch of verses and I'll see you later. I'm not coming back. Oh, you're no real, just tell you the truth, you're no real Raganuga Bhakti. You're just a bullshitting yourself. You're just lying to yourself, or you're inconclusive. See? So, or you're trying to teach the real teacher of Raganuga Bhakti, kind of like I'm starting to see symptoms there, maybe. Trying to teach a real Raganuga, a real spontaneous devotee that has been doing this for years and years and maybe lifetimes. That's just natural. People do that. It's pride. People think they know all about bhakti, man. They come and they get some knowledge and they're, ooh, wow, look at me. I know these verses. You don't know them till they're living in you, man. Okay, so Vaidhi Bhakti means discharging devotional service under the regulative principles, yes? So without Vaidhi Bhakti, you cannot jump to Raghu Bhakti. Yes, with an explanation. In his teachings for his devotees, see, that's preaching. See, this is preaching according to time, place, and circumstance. That is a purport. But Prabhupada contradicts even himself, and that's why you need a real Raganuga Bhakti teacher. I can show you verses where it doesn't develop like that. That you don't have to. In his own books, you don't have to follow the regulative path. Matter of fact, what I have found, most devotees who are following the regulative path are disqualified for this because they're more attracted to that attached to the regulative path that they're like, you can't teach them. They're uninstructable. Yeah. So yeah, you can quote all you want about that, but I can quote too. You can quote too. Um, I just actually quoted. I'll just read it to you. I just posted this here, and I'll show you. Here. Let's see here. I'll read it right off if I can find it real quick. Let's see here. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oops, here we go. So this is a quote, text number 15 to 17 in the third chapter of Adi Lila. So Lord Chaitanya said, or Krishna says, everywhere in the world people worship me according to the scriptural injunctions. But simply by following such regulative principles, one cannot attain the loving service of the loving sentiments of the devotees in Vrajabhumi. Knowing my opulences, the whole world looks upon me with awe and veneration. But devotion made feeble by such reverence does not attract me. By performing such regulative devotional service in awe and reverent veneration, one may go to Vaikuntha and attain the 4 kinds of liberations. Okay? So, by doing Vaidhi sadhana, you cannot go to Vrindavan. It just doesn't work that way. So the question one could ask, if they're really inquisitive, okay, well, if I can't attain this Vrajabhumi by doing Vaidhi Bhakti Sadhana, well, what do I need? Oh, you know what you need? And that includes you, Rasa Rasika. You need divine intervention. Because you're not understanding, you can't understand these verses. You have to meet a genuine, spontaneous devotee who shows you every day that they are the real deal, that they are not liars and cheaters. They're not just reading the book and thinking they know the mind of Prabhupada and they know the mind of Krishna. You don't know the mind of Krishna and Radha unless they're living inside you, man. That's what every day we prove that. We prove that the understanding to get to the spiritual world is here. The people already arrived. Okay, fair enough. Can you quote that, which contradicts the above? I just did. Okay, so it contradicts that above. You can't get that. Now, here's the divine intervention, Rasika. The divine intervention is a spontaneous devotee comes, okay? And since you can't go, this is very rarely develops this kind of, this mood of Vrindavan. You have to meet the devotees from Vrindavan, and then you can begin to know what that is, know what that kind of love is. And I'll give you a proof that just the Lord kind of gave this to me just now. Okay. Uddhava, look at Uddhava. He was already an ecstatic devotee, man. He would look at clouds and he would go into ecstasy thinking of Krishna. He had very deep ecstatic devotion, very close to Krishna and Dwarka. But Krishna himself could not give the mood of Vrindavan to him. He had to send him to the devotees in Vrindavan so that he could see and be like a Raganuga Bhakta, like, wow, look at that, the way the gopis and Nanda Maharaj are worshiping Krishna. It's so intimate, more intimate than me. Everybody was saying, he even said, I have a little pride. Everybody's saying I'm a great devotee, the greatest devotee in Dwarka. But look at the intimacy that they have with Krishna. Oh my God, I want that. See? So if he has to get that kind of association, oh, you don't think some Vaidhi Bhakti that's been doing Vaidhi Bhakti that doesn't have even a tenth of the devotion that Uddhava has? doesn't need the association of an ecstatic person that is a real, genuine associate of Lord Chaitanya? Are you kidding? Does that make sense? Do you see the point? The Lord has to send real devotees. That's why I spent so many years. Nobody can confirm the kind of worship I was doing. Was such a great gift. Must have got in another lifetime because it awakened spontaneously here in this life. Okay? So, that's the bottom line. If that's why that verse is there. That's why the divine intervention has to come. You see, I just read this here, Rasika. He's fulfilling the desire through his divine intervention. So if people are desiring to go to worship Krishna and to get the mercy of Vrindavan, the divine intervention has to come here. The Lord Chaitanya had to come here. And now he ain't coming again for personally like that and for another 4,320,000,000 years. 27 Divya Yuga cycles. That's from Kali Yuga to Satya Yuga 27 times. So the only alternative to attain Vrindavan is he sends a Vrindavan devotee here, okay, who chants the holy name with great ecstatic devotion. It's through those devotees and only those devotees. So whoever has developed the spiritual greed will make contact and go through that door. Otherwise, you ain't going to Vrindavan. I mean, this is the Shastras. And another Shastra what's his name? Is Johan here? If he's here, he has the verses always, So anyway, there's a verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita that confirms it more. It says Krishna says it's not by austerity, sadhana, sadhana bhakti, mantra chanting with offenses. It's not by austerities or renunciation or pious deeds that one attains Krishna Vrindavan. It's through the devotees who chant the holy names with great ecstatic devotion. Do you see that here? Just ask the question. Do you see devotees chanting the holy name with great ecstatic devotion? Is just yes or no. So a lot of people, they see and they say, no, sahaja. It's sahaja. We're definitely no. We are so expert. They have not even a tear in their eye. I mean, I have a guy like that. Not a tear in their eye. Probably never cried in his life for Krishna. Just doing Vaidhi sadhana. And he says, oh, Gohari, he's crying. He's sahaja. Automatic sahaja. Not even asking the question or treading a little bit lightly. That's what we're dealing with mainly in Vaishnavism. So Srila Prabhupada appears to be saying that most of us need to start with Vaidhi. Well, if you're on the Vaidhi path, obviously you did. That's your destiny. But now, right's come before you is the Raganuga path, man. Raganuga devotees are here. Not only this fool, I got some other transcendental fools here laughing and crying and chanting in ecstasy of Vrindavan. Now, are you interested to do the 30-day challenge and see if it's really real? Okay. If not, you don't have the greed, man. Then you're just attached to Vaidhi Bhakti. And that goes for everybody. It's not only for you. I'm just saying this to the world. If you're not seeing, here you saw people, you see me chanting and then spontaneously ecstasy just awakens. You see something different. You've never seen this in any of the gurus, probably. You've never seen this in any of the sanghas. So if you have some greed or desire to know or like, whoa, then you'll stick around and do a 30-day challenge to see if it's really real. Because if it's really real, you're going to get here, which you can't get in many millions of lifetimes. You're going to chant the holy name, and next it won't just be, well, way back when I had a little tear and I felt some separation feeling. Yeah, in 1962. It'll be every day. Union and separation and crying and laughing and holy laughter, intimacy increasing every day. Man, this is the greatest thing in the world. This is the most precious treasure. This pearl of great price. This is 10 times the pearl of great price Jesus was giving because Lord Chaitanya appeared. And we're actually, been blessed with his association, his transcendental association. He lives in many of us. And it's truth. We'll prove it. Stay 30 days. See wonders you've never seen before. Are you interested? You know what I found, Rasika? Rasika? Most people aren't. They all say, yeah, they really want Krishna. They're great devotees. But I found very few that come, especially from the Vaishnava. They're very attached to thinking they know all about bhakti. Yeah, but I tell you, it takes a while. I mean, you need to see these. You need to get purified. You need to get purified of misconceptions. Thinking, things that only a Raganuga, only a spontaneous devotee can know. The intricacies of this. It's not like you just get a verse and you quote it and you say, you see what Prabhupada said? I understand that. Oh, are you kidding? You spend 30 days and you'll see how deep the rabbit hole goes. So yes, it is the greatest thing, and it comes when the Lord reciprocates with our expression of devotion. Yeah, but you can't jump the gun, man. You can't put the cart before the horse. It comes first. When you get the mercy of Krishna, does he just come before you? No. He gives you the sick devotee, imbued with genuine ras. And then by the mercy of the guru, the real guru, not some of these little whippersnappers out there. They're all just pretending to be the real guru. No. By the mercy of the real guru, you get Krishna, like you're saying there. Otherwise, you're jumping the gun. You're putting the cart before the horse. By the mercy of Krishna, it doesn't just come into you unless you've got this from a past life. Or he may come to you maybe once in a blue moon. But when you really get Krishna's mercy and he gives you the intelligence to understand where he is working in this world in his devotional divine potency. Otherwise, you don't see it. He's covered. The devotees are covered, just like Krishna's covered. That's why if whoever is really sincere, that really wants Krishna, they'll stick around for a while to see. Or they make their snap judgment. Oh yeah, he's a Sahaja, Gauri Sahaja. I know all about bhakti, and they go their merry way. Okay, great. Krishna didn't give you even a desire to check it out. Anyway, we have fruits here. I don't know if you've been here before, but we have fruits of this fructification of ecstatic devotion. Not only in this fool, we have some others who are, what the world would say are foolish enough to believe in this ecstatic love and foolish enough to believe in the conceptions taught here that are influenced and caused by ecstatic union with the Lord, communion with the Lord. That's the true meaning of Bhakti Vedanta. Vedanta, truth that comes from Bhakti. We teach that. We demonstrate that here. Not only me, but my disciples are getting up, giving great classes. You'll see things. You'll see. You judge a tree by its fruit, man. If there's other fructification, the Lord. Sorry, all respects to you. I have been following the process of devotion since 1985. Okay. I am a rascal, but I have firm faith in the holy names in Srila Prabhupada's Vani. I will leave it at that. Yeah, okay, Yeah, you could leave it at that if you want. Your loss. I mean, if you just leave it there and say, well, I have firm faith in Srila Prabhupada and his Vani, I don't need to learn anymore. Well, you're not a candidate for Raghunuga Bhakti. Even in that book, right? You could see the first chapter. Check it out. First chapter says, if you think you're not qualified for what we're giving here as a gift, you're not a candidate for this Bhakti here. You think you got to get more advancement first. But you know what? If you stick around long enough, you could see we have babes, I have a person never even heard of Krishna much. Doesn't he have a friend of Krishna on her Facebook page that has deep devotion developing and great revelations and realizations, great faith in this. Yeah. So I don't want to enter into a realm of offenses to devotees, is what I mean. Oh, okay, okay. Anyway, you know, the realm, if you, that's that etiquette level, and that's fine. But here it's more informal and more intimate. Um, you might think is offensive when I'm pointing things out to help people get through obstacles and ignorant ideas that are not really true. A lot of people in Vaishnavism, they believe and understand things that are not clear and they're not really true, fully true. They're just maybe partially true in a certain context. To be honest with you, this path has to be taught by a genius. This path, this level of the path. And it's not like I'm a genius. I'm just a mouthpiece here. The genius lives inside this body. The genius are Radha and Krishna. Radha's, it's by their mercy and Lord Chaitanya's mercy and the mercy of the real parampara that these genius understandings come here, through here. I mean, I'm just like a flute, just an instrument. But because the Lord, the God and Goddess live in this body, that I cannot deny. I mean, I know that now. I appreciate your efforts to spread the Hare Krishna mantra. I watched you when you first started broadcasting and wanted to check in with you again. Okay, great. I wish you well on your devotional path. Yeah, see, not interested. See, this is, I just telling you, it's fine. It's great. Everybody should follow their inspiration. But just for teaching purposes, you're a classic example of a person thinking that that you have to be more qualified, or maybe you didn't find the path. You don't have the desire to even check it out. You're satisfied with just doing that way. See, so that's classic example. And that's okay. I mean, everybody needs to follow their truth and their inspiration. Yeah. So we're here doing what Lord Chaitanya did. And this is by order of Prabhupada too. I got that order in 1996 in a lucid dream. And by the benediction of Krishna too, to spread Raghunuga Bhakti and spontaneous devotion, give the gift. Anybody coming into this association, if they go through the purification and they really like this way of worship, they can have it very easily attain Vrindavan. Otherwise, the path you're on is going to take you lifetimes, man. But that's probably okay with you. Yeah. You'll have to work on trying to attain Vaikuntha, which is very hard. I can show you what Prabhupada says in these verses. He says, oh, by the way, Vaidhi is a contamination for spontaneous devotional service. He says him. They have to be purified out of you. Okay? So you have to be ready to move on. Yeah. It's like see, I get the truth out of people. Like if you stick around, I'll get truth out of you. Like this is all etiquette stuff. I appreciate your efforts. You don't really like what I do. You really don't. How can you? You appreciate my efforts to spread the Hare Krishna mantra. Like, that's very nice. You're spreading, you're chanting. At least you're chanting. You're not doing it right, actually, but at least you're chanting. You're not really following Prabhupada the way he really wants everybody to, what do they call that? There's a name for that. Anyway, you in Belgium, you can't know. He's probably gone anyway. All right. Anyway, we'll dig up the what needs to be purified. People are actually adverse to ecstatic devotion. Most are. Not every. Yeah, well, maybe I don't know. A lot of people are. They don't even know what it is. Yeah, it takes one to know one, Tuka. You're like that too, right? You're very candid. yeah, anyway, the Lord brings people who are meant to be here, and they come and they say, it's not for me. Yeah, okay. What are you going to do? Okay, so I'll go on. Lord Nityananda resided in Srivas Pandit's house. What people, devotees don't know, this is so precious. Like he's just kind of, like poo-pooing, I just want to check it out. Like it's no big deal. It's just like something ordinary. Are you kidding? This is what's going on here in the Sangha is, and I just have to stand up for this, man. I have to stand up. Is the most glorious mercy that hasn't been given in 550 years is going on, and we get poo-pooed. Oh, what you do is very nice. You're doing, yeah. In other words, not very good. It's not really good what you're doing. I'm on my way, man. I thought I'd come here and I'd see something more, something more. What are you going to see more than this? The Lord is exposing His most confidential bhakti to you, and you think, yeah, it was no big deal. I appreciate your efforts. That's very nice. I'll see you later, man. Oh yeah, you'll see me later. Huh? You'll see the Lord a lot later, man. The real Lord, the one you're worshiping that you don't know, that we know. I just tell you the truth, man. That's why it's hard to take. People don't like the truth. But you're telling me I'm a superficial devotee? Yeah, you're just showing you're a superficial devotee, man. A lot of people like you. You don't know what gold is. I'm sorry. I'm going to stand up for gold. There's gold here, man. They're most precious treasure, and you poo-poo it. I don't know if my Lord likes that. I think He wants me to say a few things, that this is so precious going on here. And you just think, oh, I appreciate your efforts, man. I'm on my way. Well, let me give you a little boost, a little truth. That Lord that you worship lives inside many devotees here in an awakened state. He's revealed Himself to these devotees, and He hasn't revealed themselves to these gurus and everything like that because they got that kind of attitude. Okay? You're giving up something really precious, my friend, and anybody else thinking like you. The Lord has come here to give a gift. It's just like when Jesus, He came with a gift, man. The Lord, through Jesus and faith in Jesus, is preaching, right? What did He tell? He told His disciples, 2 by 2, you go out and tell them about the good news, about the kingdom coming them by faith in these teachings and this preaching, that they can go back to the spiritual world. And if they're like, oh, we don't really receive the message, you shake the dust from your feet as a warning. You tell them you missed out, man. What are you missing out, man? The Lord is coming to you through Jesus Christ. Well, Radha and Krishna and Lord Chaitanya are coming through to you Vaishnavas through this Sangha here and wants to give you the gift of ecstatic devotion. And you just kind of, blow them off. Blow this preaching off. Oh yeah. It'll be a long time before you're going to meet the real Lord. Anyway, He's here. He's with us. And I just think people should know that. When I was preaching on Facebook, I send these jewels to people, and they just kept going, oh, will you stop spamming me? It's like this. You're just a bunch of spam. You're just spamming me by, you're just like, in other words, you're just an ordinary devotee, like everybody else, an ordinary, you're just bothering me. See? And I'm thinking in my heart, I say, my God, the Lord is here and He's giving this precious jewel. And they go in there, they're being spammed by the Lord they're worshiping. They give no respect or honor to those who are the real heralds, the real announcers for the Lord's mercy, the good news. We're giving good news, and they go like, blow them off. Good luck with your efforts, Gohari. Good luck with your measly efforts, man. I've been a devotee since a long time, 1985, and I really know Prabhupada, man. You're just a child, man. You just poor guy. He probably If he hasn't left, he's probably long gone now. Huh? If he's not, he's sincere. But I think he's long gone. Tuka says, I understand how these rebuttals are not false ego based. They are just real, honest, truthful words from, yeah, exactly. I'm telling you, it's just like, this is no different than Mini Ketam Ramdas. He also had the Lord inside him, right? You can read the pastime. And the Brahmin did the same thing. They blew him off, just like this guy. And with, hey, by the way, Ross, if you're still listening, I don't mean this to like hurt you or offend you. It might do that because it's truth, it's the pastimes going on here again. We could put you right in kind of like that Brahmin, did the same thing that you're doing. You're probably pretty Brahminical, did the same thing. Oh, Mini Ketam Ramdas, he didn't even give like full respects and everything. Yeah, he's just, some guy out there, some devotee. The Mini Ketam Ramdas, you know what he did? Exactly what I did. Oh, really? And then Krishna Das Kaviraj came up and also said, hey, man, don't you see the Lord Nityananda is living inside? He's an intimate associate of Nityananda, and you're blowing him off, just like this guy's blowing us off, man. And for some reason, Mini Ketam Ramdas had an attitude like Guru Haridas. I guess we must be of the same family. I don't think it's so right. Do I have a flute here? I'm going to break my flute. You see? It's a flute. Visualize the flute. I can't break the pen because it's the last one I got. So pretend it's breaking. People don't understand the minds of persons when they have that, that rascal of Vrindavan living inside them. Getting better every day. Yeah, you really see the Leela here. It comes to life. So thank you, Rasa Rasika, for your participation in the Leela. It really helps us preach. It's all preaching purposes here. No offense meant, even though you probably really been out of shape now. Oh, yeah. So let's see. Where is that? That's other media. Maybe he's coming from other media. Let's see. Yeah, he's on what do you call YouTube. You guys can also do that. You can watch this live on YouTube. You may have to soon. They might, you never know when they ban you on Facebook. Mm-hmm. Doesn't get any more real. Hey man, you live in the pastimes. How are we going to preach the pastimes unless we're not, it's, what it's like, what it is? Lord Chaitanya would enact the pastimes, right? With the devotees, and they would get a feel for it. They start to feel them more when you're in it. It's got to be a play. This is like a play. See, a play. It comes again, got to have a role like Mini Ketam Ramdas, and you got to have like a Brahminical type on the Vaidhi level coming over and poo-pooing what we're doing. And then I got to have a flute. I got to get a flute, break it, See, it's like we're just enacting a pastime. And then when you read it, it'll make more sense to you. You'll really start to feel it. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll read you what he said, a couple of things. So maybe in case you can't see. So this is the flute breaking part here. I can just see the mood. I appreciate your efforts to spread the Hare Krishna mantra. I watched you for the first time. I watched you when you first started broadcasting and wanted to check in with you. Again, I wish you well on your devotional path. Hare Krishna, see you later. In other words, That's what that Brahmin did in the pastime in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Oh, I appreciate your efforts for spreading. I'll see you later. Didn't he give any real like dandavats, All the other devotees gave dandavats to me. They said, this man has God, man, dandavats. But the Brahmin didn't like here. That's not dandavats. Is that a dandavat attitude? No. See, it seems crazy, but when God is living, truly, genuinely living in you, you stand up for the Lord inside you, and it's not false ego. It's just, hey, man, Lord's inside. You're not giving dandavats. Hey, what's wrong with you, man? Yeah. But of course, people have to associate. Well, that's why I say do a 30. If he or anybody else stays around for a week and regularly listens and they get purified, and then the Lord will reveal more to you. Otherwise, he keeps it a secret. Yeah. So anyway, thank you, Rasika, if you're still here, which I kind of doubt, uh, for your preaching participation in this and helping us enact this play of the revitalization. Unnerving. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, you see, Tuka, you've been around, so see, the Lord has revealed things to you because you have faith. He doesn't have faith in this preaching. You can see, by the attitude. That's okay. He's trying to see in Vaishnavism they teach etiquette. Oh, I want to be respectful. Kids, you got to give. The Prabhupada said you got to give respect to Vaishnavas and all that. And then, they see my preaching. It's a little different. I'm giving respect to the truth. If they're a liar and a cheater and they're not really qualified devotee, I say so. Oh, that's not giving. Why don't you give the etiquette and giving respect to these gurus? Well, they're misleading their disciples are going, oh, Gurudev, please deliver me, and they can't deliver. I say that's hypocritical. Oh, you called me? Yeah, well, hey, man, that's call a spade a spade. It's hypocritical, man. You're lying to them. You can't deliver them. You probably even know that. You have some ulterior motives for doing this. That ain't right. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry, not. Respectful out of fear. I ain't got no fear of illusion and lies and cheaters and cheating. I want to expose it. That's my job. That's why I'm here. What else do you? If you're a son of God, you got to do your work. What does a son of God do? They radiate. What? Ecstatic devotion. And what else? Truth comes from the oracle of their mouth. Hey, man, I got to do my job. Sons of God have to do their work. You're going to be doing your work too there, Radhe, as you're a son of God in the making. You're going to be radiating. You're going to be speaking. You're going to be blasting, blowing Maya out of the water.
Today I was in one room with Johan, Jan, Lalita, Freddy, my husband.
Oh my God.
That was too much for me. I had to run out for 10 minutes.
Yeah. It's a lot of energy in there, man. Ooh. A lot of potency.
That was crazy, man. Huh?
Yeah.
So much ecstatic love, talks about Krishna, talks about you, and fighting each other for being the best. So I ran out.
You should have recorded all of that.
Yeah, some things are recorded, but it was crazy.
Yeah, it's good. The crazy stuff.
It was big fun, and we were singing and eating, and yeah, it was great. Talking about you.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
You don't know.
Okay.
You do not want to know what we said about you, but it was good.
It'll probably come around to me.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm going to go now. I think it's enough. I did about 3 of these today. Let me rest.
It's almost 1 o'clock at night here.
Oh my God! You should go to bed.
Yeah, I know.
You got to get up for our early morning class.
Yeah.
Okay. Hare Krishna, everybody. Thank you for coming. It's been awesome.
Yeah. You were awesome.